doing? What, bro? I'm just about to sand.
No, you're doing it wrong. There's not even sandpaper in here.
But what do you mean? In the photo, this is how they do it.
These guys are idiots. They're not
No,
doing it
they're
right.
not. Don't call them idiots.
It looks just like us. It does. Well, before we uncover the mysteries of this bad boy, we gotta find them.
Can you find the palm sander? I can't. Is this a palm sander?
No.
Well, how about this?
No.
Well, obviously this is a palm sander.
No.
How about this?
Maybe.
Is this a palm sander?
No.
Is this a palm sander?
No.
Is this a palm sander?
No. Where could it be? Wait, is that it?
This? Oh, I think it could be.
We found it.
It's the original quarter cable palm sander! Yippee!
Tell them to bring out the sanders. Let's go sanding. And what is this?
A palm sander.
And what is this?
A belt sander.
And perhaps, what is this?
Another palm sander.
Friday sanding. Sanding Friday. Life is sanding. Whether it's palm or belt. And we ain't stopping. But if we do, here's what we might be doing. How you change out the sandpaper on this palm sander is you have this little lever doodad. Put it in here, pry, pull it out. You do that for both sides. The sandpaper will usually be warped like this. So now what you want to do is pry it out again. Stick part of it inside the opening, but not too much, like 1/4 of an inch. So you have enough for the other side. So it'll look like that. You peel it over like that. Grant, shut up. And then you put it in like that. Now you're ready to sand again. So another reason why you'd want to change out the paper is that it gets worn out and it no longer sands. To put the sandpaper on the DeWalt, Bosch, and Makita ones, they have these levers instead of needing a pry bar tool like this. For these, it has the lever in the back, and then you tighten it down on both sides. There's this lever on this side where we sneak. It's very similar to the quarter cable black one right there. So now we got it together. Now use this fun punch thingy and got it. And now this holds. So now the vacuum can do its job. When you're sanding, there is different numbers for the grit. The grit number means how coarse the sandpaper is, and the lower the number, the more coarse it is. So 220 is softer than 120.
This is the switch. These are what takes the sandpaper and switches them. This is where the cord goes. When you wrap it up, you want to wrap it around right here. Time to sand. Can't wait. I love sanding so much. Oh no, hopefully Hey there folks, today we're going to do sanding with Tegan. As you see here, we got our fancy Porter Cable palm sander. What we're going to do is we're going to put it on the wood and go in long strokes. But first, we've got to start it. Here we go! No, stop. Yeah. Oh, it's kind of loud. I couldn't hear ya. When operating a palm sander, the first thing to do is place the sander on the surface and move it in long, even strokes. Make sure you're moving only back and forth in the direction of the wood grain. Going against the grain nicks the material, creates splinters, and ultimately defeats the point of sanding.
On certain sanders, they have this fun little vacuum bag in the back, which will collect the dust while you're sanding so you can make less of a mess. How that all works is that there's these punches and you poke holes in the bottom of the sandpaper, unlike it is right now. See, there are these holes on the bottom that will suck up the sandpaper and put it in this bag in the back. I'm gonna take off the bag in the back, screw it off, and then you can dump it out. Half turn to tighten it back up again. So this is a belt sander. It's got a belt. So first, you gotta plug it in. Normally, you have to be holding the thing, but this one's trigger operated, not switch, so it won't fly off the table, so you can't race them very sad. I know. To operate this sucker, you pull the trigger, and it works. So when you're belt sanding, you want to have the back applied first, or else it won't work as well. And so when you're belt sanding, you also want to check progress frequently, because this thing can take off a lot of material, and you don't want to ruin your workpiece, hence destroying the purpose of sanding. When the belt on this sucker breaks, or it either gets too dull, you got to change it out. So right here, there's this little lever that loosens the belt so we can take it out. And if it's the right size belt, it should just slide on in there. Change the okay, it's on now. Push it all the way in there, and then tighten it, and then you're good to go. There's a bag. Oh, there's sandpaper in there. Oh no. Also, when you're operating the belt sander, don't forget to press gently. Maybe even give it words of reassurance or compliments. Who knows? We didn't write the manual.
Don't let children come into contact with the belt sander. They may turn into tomorrow's lunch. You definitely don't want to be turning to ground beef.
Avoid overloading the sander. It doesn't like being pushed very hard, and if that does happen, you'll want to let it cool down for like 1 to 2 minutes.
No eating or drinking, because airborne particles when removing paint should be allowed when you are using a sander.
Good stuff.
The one safety precaution about a sander is you don't put the tool in water. It can't swim and it hates getting wet.
Aww. No pregnant women or children in the area until the area is cleaned. And children and bystanders should be kept outside of the work area because they may be distracting and you could lose control. So another thing you gotta know while sanding is you gotta keep your work area well lit and clean. So to demonstrate that, I gotta go get my tool first. Oh. Now you know how to use a sander.
2 sanders to be exact.
That's not. Anyway, so now that you know how to do this, go rough up the world for us.
Or just know that's 1 step for sand and 1 giant leap for sandkind. Let's go sanding!
Wow. The most collision
Be like this, go. Oh god, it's actually on. Look at it.
Can you believe him? Ha ha ha. Hello, Cyber. This is Yoda.
Whoa, what was it? Don't let children come in contact with the belt sander.
We can speed this up later and edit. Ah!
This is a beautiful recording
I know.
that I got of the Andrew Cyber in action, folks. As you see here, we have a wild Andrew Cyber getting frustrated with the sand.
There's a reason we don't use these ones as often.
That is true. We never use these.
The lower and not the restart.
Oh, hello. What are you doing?
You just read off of it.
Oh, okay. When operating a palm sander, the first thing to do is you want to place the palm sander on the wood and go in long, even strokes against the grain of the wood. What will happen is create splinters in the wood, creating the no usage of sanders.
Well. Uh-oh!